This is a question for Stack Overflow. I have a database called Anscroft and it has these tables. Now we're interested in the bookings table and the rooms table. The bookings table, the interesting thing is the date and the room. And these will link to the correct room, along with the 1 or 2. And the date is just a selected date. While in the rooms table, if you're interested in just the room name, which will be displayed. Now what I'm using is entities. The one wanted is this calendar. When you select the calendar and you select the room, it will display the times in this list box. So when I link up the calendar, I go here to date, and this is in the calendar category. I drag it in, and when I go to the rooms, from the rooms table, I drag it in. Now here, if I select the time began, because I wanted the time began displayed in here, depending on both the calendar and the room name. If I select the time began from the bookings, it will display all the times began, all of this. So all of these times began. But when I pick the time began from there, it will give me only the time began from the rooms table. So we'll go into the rooms table, and when you select a room, give all the time began for all the dates for that room. But what I really wanted is the time began for both the selected date and the room name. So for example, if I select the date, I've already done this. So if I selected the time began from the bookings, it should give me all the time began. So all of these.
Oh.
So it has given me all of these depending on the time began, but it does not rely on the room table. And now if I go into the bookings, and if you go into the rooms, and then the bookings, so we rely on the rooms, and I pick the time began, we'll see what happens. So it'll give all of the times from that room independently of the date. But I wanted the date and the room to rely on the date and the room. We're ignoring this for now, that's fine. One other suggestion could have been is that if I make this the date and then it goes into the room, I have this as the room name here, and then I go again into the bookings and I do the time began, so each one's relying on the other one. Unfortunately this still doesn't work. So when I click on 11, because I know there's a booking 11, I click on A. This doesn't even limit anything anymore. And now I've just loaded all the rooms from that. In the XAML, what it has generated for me is these collection view sources to the bookings, the room, bookings and the bookings. What else? There's also the data context of the grid that's also generated, which goes into the bookings view source, which is here. There's also the calendar. Display date is equal to that, and selected date is equal to that. and the stack panel. On the listbox, item source is static resource bookings resource, which is there. Also in the C# that's generated behind. The window loaded, it is also generated, which goes into the entities. There's data from the bookings, load data from the rooms, and there's also this object query, which queries the bookings database. There's also one for the rooms as well. How would I make it rely on both the calendar and the rooms table?